Italy kicked us off with the Euro, kicking ass against Turkey.
Let's have a look at that. And Italy kick us off with the Euro, and it is a 3-0 win over Turkey. I think our prediction was 2-0 Elaine. But 3-0's a good result. My only issue is that it might give us a bit of a false security there.
Yeah, we went for the 2-0 prediction for the game last night. I'm still going to say that we got it correct. One of those 3 goals was a Demiral own goal. We went and said 2-0 for Italy, first goal by Immobile. So if you take out that Demiral goal, I think we were spot on. Yeah, great game. Tough defense to break down. They've only conceded 4 in their last 7, if I'm not mistaken, 17?
Yeah, something like that. And the fact is that only those 4 were only considered off set pieces. So these were the first goals they conceded in a while or for open play. So I think you could see that in the first half that it was quite hard. Like Italy's final ball was never quite there. So it took us a while for them either to get tired or slowly find the keys to unlock that defense.
Yeah, it did take a while for us to break down the Turkish defense, but surprise, surprise, first time that Italy has ever scored 3 goals in a European game. So that was quite something. When they did break down the Turkish defense, they didn't relent and they kept on putting in goals.
Yeah, and I think a big factor, I don't know how much it weighed on the players, but a big factor, I think, of the first half slow ramp up was the fact that there were fans in the stadium. They were quite loud as well. Players not having played in front of fans for a year and a half, I think this definitely affected them. I could see that Locatelli maybe not being as experienced as other players. Took him about a good 20 minutes to get his rhythm going there.
Yeah, not only Locatelli and the younger players, Spinazzola today on Roma's website coming out and saying that before the game he had brividi, so he had goosebumps. The whole team was really nervous, but it took them a little bit of time to get into the game, probably the nerves contributing. And when they did get into the game, they looked unstoppable, a team to watch going forward.
Yeah, so we had Berardi break through the defense in the second half, early in the beginning, well, the beginning of the second half. Crossed the ball in extremely hard. I don't even think Immobile would have been able to get that. And Demiral, the centre-back from Juve, kind of chested it in with a weird movement. But I suppose he was trying to, A, get out of the way, or B, try to deflect it and hope to whoever he prays to for it to go somewhere else.
Yeah, also with that movement, it sort of looks like Demiral was half trying to get out the way, half trying to get in the way. I think his body was confused as to what he wanted to do, and he landed up nudging the ball into his own net.
And then went on to, Insigne and Immobile, which is what we were dicing up, like who's gonna score first. It was between those 2. We decided to go with Ciro first because he was definitely the main target man, and he was Italy's first goal scorer, we could say. I don't think we're going to get points for that in our predictor, but came close. And Italy, I liked Italy. The only thing I would say is I'm a bit concerned that I was I wouldn't say hoping, but I was hoping that Turkey could maybe score 1 goal just to put Italy back into check. Because now I don't want Italy going into the next game thinking 3-0 Turkey, this is going to be a breeze. Like Switzerland, we need to be careful.
Yeah, the Italian defense held strong, though. So at the end of the day, I think we can be happy. Chiellini did a couple of massive clearances towards the end. And I would say that the Italian team is looking really solid. The only concern that we had during this game was probably created by Cengiz Under when he came on, just because of the pace he's got. But no real concern.
Yeah, I suppose looking back at the World Cup that we won in 2010, I think we conceded 2 goals, the own goal of Zaccardo and the penalty of Zidane. One in, I think, the opening game, one in the last game. So maybe Italy doesn't need the check. I just think there's a lot of enthusiasm going into the team, and with Italy, that can backfire. That is my only concern. But hopefully we win against Switzerland. We get through the group already. We can kind of calm down for the last game against Wales, and then slowly transition into, because the one thing we should look at is we're up against the group that Belgium is in. Okay, so if Belgium come first and I think we win, we end up playing Belgium. Does that make sense? How is that possible? We did that on the predictor though. We put Italy first and Belgium first, and it was Italy-Belgium.
That doesn't make any sense to me.
No, it was Italy, Belgium, not the
It was not the next round. It was the round after.
So maybe it makes sense for Italy to come second, because if we actually do come second, we're on the bottom half of the table, and therefore we can miss, I think, France and Belgium, etc. So anyway, I don't think Italy will play those games. It's just a thought to have. But yeah, I look forward to Wednesday's game. We will be in Rome, and we'll have a video from the Olimpico, and we're very excited to be there.
Yep, and otherwise stay tuned for the rest of the match day results coming out of Euro 2020 from the Pink Table.